What it roughly does, look where we are. We are on the east coast of Demerara again, heading towards Ogle, but stopped here at Atlantic Ville because here's some new construction. They're building what appears to be 2 rows of residential buildings or commercial buildings. Don't know yet, but I'll take a closer look and we'll see what it looks like. So let's visit Atlantic Ville on the east coast of Demerara and see what's the new construction happening here. Now this piece of land, this plot of land has been vacant for a while. I'd say about 10, 15 years. And I've always wondered what's going to happen to this land. And now I know. Somebody built a expensive concrete fence around the land and has started to build within the last, I would say, less than a month or so, what appears to be a long line of concrete units. Now I don't know if these are condominium units. From the plot of land and from the look of the building, it seems as if these are either apartments or rooms in a motel or hotel, because there's a door on one side and a large window in each unit. Right, so if you look at this, it's a long line of units approaching the gate now. And if you look along this side of the building, it's a long line of units, each with a door and a wide window. And that, to me, is a signature of either an apartment or a hotel. Now, I don't know if upstairs is connected. In other words, if they're going to have the same thing upstairs, but it seems also to be a long line of adjoining rooms. This is Atlantic Ville. Further up the east coast is Atlantic Gardens. This is a split level housing that they used to build in the 1970s. This is a much newer add-on to an existing house. But over here is where we have this new construction, what appears to be a long line of either hotel or motel rooms. Now I'm going to find out who's doing this construction, the owners, the builders, and get back to you with the details. There seems to be, in each unit, there seems to be that square hole in the top, or rectangular hole in the top, looks like a air conditioning unit. It's going to be housed in that. Morning. Right, in each unit there seems to be a square hole for an air conditioning unit to be installed, which to me is really not what we should be doing here in the tropics. It's much more efficient to have central air conditioning. This end seems to be much closer to completion. If you look inside the units, you can see there is some kind of, there's a wall with a door, appears to be like a washroom door or some kind of internal room within the unit. So these, from the look of things, appear to be hotel rooms or motel rooms and we're eventually going to discover who's responsible for it. But here we are, going towards what becomes Cummings Lodge once you get past the train line road. But this is what's happening here, guys. Major construction on the east coast of Demerara. This looks like the end that is closer to completion. Again, these rectangular holes in the side of the building seems to indicate making provision for air conditioning units to be installed. And further in the building, further in the compound, in this area, you find there are other housing units, rental property. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that this is probably further extension of rental or hotel property. Alright, because that long building in the distance will probably see it better from the other road, what used to be called UG Road, what probably is still called UG Road, but those are rental units in a housing complex, housing development. So going from what I know to be the existing, right, this is the existing property, right, those are rental units. My guess is that they are actually building more of those rental units in this property. In this extension is probably going to be a duplication of that rental property. Now here is a canal, right? This probably comes all the way from Georgetown, or does it? No, I don't think so. I think this actually begins here. It's canal, East Coast Canal. This is actually what is needed to prevent flooding, because it because it serves as a catchment, right, a reservoir. So when it rains, a lot of the water can flow into these canals. And what has been happening recently is the government in Georgetown has been filling in some of those canals to make walkways, removing the storage capacity for water, and that has been causing additional flooding in the city. But this is it, guys. This is Atlantic Ville on the left, on the right hand side, east side, and this on this side is Turkine. And at Turkine we have these new residential units being built by the same company that built those units in the distance. So I think I figured it out. These are additional rental residential units, and they're probably an extension of the property. In other words, an expansion of residential property here on the East Coast. And in fact, Guyana needs new residential property. There's a huge demand for housing as the economy picks up and grows at 50% per annum, and as ExxonMobil continues to invest. I understand they're moving their headquarters, their national, international, their global headquarters may actually end up here in Georgetown, Guyana, or on the East Coast, as they're building a headquarters in the Ogle area. That's what's up, guys. That's what's happening here in Georgetown, Guyana. Expansion in real estate development, growing to meet the demand for housing in one of the fastest growing, in fact the fastest growing country in the world. And you too shouldn't miss out on it. Check out my last video where I talk about how to become a real estate developer and how to work with banks and how I'm building my real estate company. Later on this year, you're going to see the progress we're making. I'm going to show you some of the same videos where we're going to track the development of owner-led gardens and EcoSmart homes. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share the video with friends and family around the world. Remember, you can get your merchandise from my merch store, rnbrand.online. All things Guyanese can be purchased online. We'll ship to you free of charge anywhere in the world. Well, the prices include shipping and free shipping. And let people know what's happening here in Georgetown, Guyana. Later!